Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. It's
Sam
and Crystal, and if this is your first time, welcome. Thank you for viewing. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you can be notified the next time we upload a video.
Yeah.
Well, today is a Wisdom Wednesday, as we promised, and we're going to be doing things a little different.
Yes, different.
Yeah, we're going to be doing some face masks as we chat with you guys and sharing the topic of what we wish we knew before we got married or before the ring. Before the ring. Some of this you might have heard versions of it, as in, you know, oh, you should make sure you do this before you get married. But some of it is gonna shock you. Maybe we're a young couple, and we try to do things a lot different. So let's put on this mask. I'm gonna put this one on you, and then we're gonna get into it, right?
Makeover time.
I feel cold. It's purple! My favorite color! And it's dripping all over me.
I like it. What you were saying?
It's a peel off. It's supposed to be detoxing, so.
Huh?
I don't know. Put it on properly. Should I get it in your hair? It's a peel off.
Excuse me?
We'll give you a nice haircut.
I'm Gucci. I'm straight.
Are you? Straight. Are you sure you want it?
No comments.
I'm gonna fast forward this part of the video so y'all won't have to sit through this.
Did I get it on your eyes? Sorry. Hello? Are you kidding me? I didn't intend for it to go there. But this thing has a mind of its own. Do me a little bit. Yeah. Starting grill? I'm putting it so you can rub it in. Ah, that was in my eye. Let's go over there. I can still see it from my next eye. That's what the position I'm in. Look at your position now. That works. Not in my eye. I didn't need this burn there. Alright. Back to the video. Alright. So guys, how do you look?
But we wanted to go into some things that we wish we were told before we were married.
Yeah.
And hopefully it could be of use for you before you get the ring, before you say I do, whatever it is that you know that you plan to do. Hopefully it could be of some use to you. And
even if it's you guys are already married and did all that, you guys are going through certain things or trying to work things out. You know, this can still be of useful to you guys.
Yeah. So the first thing that we wanted to talk about is that the big one of communication.
Yes.
Everyone always tells you, make sure to communicate with your spouse. Communication is the key.
And also the best one is, do not go to bed angry at each other. Okay, that's not good.
Yeah. But what they always forget to tell you is how to communicate.
Yes.
Everyone is different. You might be a silent communicator. I might be someone that is full of emotions and need to express everything.
Yeah.
Teaching you how to navigate the differences between those two and communicate effectively for your relationship is not something that people often tell you. They don't tell you how to communicate to hear what the person is saying. They don't tell you how to listen to hear versus listening to respond and to react.
Or react, which is a big one, because everyone reacts. And I mean, we're all human beings.
Yeah, and most times we overreact. So what we think that has worked for us is learning the formula of communication, and we'll share more of that in the next video. But that's one of the big advices we wish we'd been given, how to communicate, not just to communicate,
but how to.
The next one is how to combine your accounts and to be financially literate. Very important.
Here's a
very big. We wish that we gotten some kind of financial literacy class on how to merge your life together, whether it be your bank accounts, your checking accounts, your credit card accounts, how to merge that, and how to trust your partner and to be vulnerable with your partner.
Say it again.
Trust and be vulnerable with your partner, that they will not take advantage of whatever it is you have in your accounts or need in your accounts.
Also, what you have planned for what you have
in your accounts, because let's face it, a lot of us are perpetually single before we get married or before we get into relationships. We're used to doing our own thing. We're used to controlling the way our money is spent and what we do with it. So it can be very hard to combine that life, and a lot of people don't tell you. And on the same note of combining your life, like how to combine your social media, that's a big one. A lot of us are used to having that separate account, but how to be a couple and have those kind of things, people never tell you how to do it, and that's something we wish we were told how to do.
Not in addition to social media, but also in your social environment, basically amongst your peers. For example, how to work towards combining your friends with the other spouse friends. Which is for us proven to be very healthy.
Right. Because now your spouse isn't worrying about who you're hanging out with, because you're all hanging out.
Right.
The next big thing is how to budget for your goals.
That's big.
People tell you to save money. And set long-term goals, but nobody tells you how to budget for it and how to budget for short-term goals. So that you can enjoy the fruits of your labor now and enjoy each other now.
Right.
Long-term goals are great, and they're going to set you up for the future, but you need to have goals that you can enjoy right now, tangible things that you can look forward to, that lets you know and reminds you that, you can do the long-term goal, that, it's going to be beneficial. You guys have already set the stage. You know how to work together. You know how to sacrifice. And we wish somebody had given us a class. This also falls under financial literacy. But budgeting is super important. The next one we wanted to talk about is deciding how and whom pays the bills. A lot of us, again, we've been single, and we are used to paying our bills on our own and taking care of our stuff. But now that your life is combined, you need to figure out how are you going to pay the bills and who's going to pay the bills, who's going to pay what bills. You might come along with your student loans. Is that something that you can combine now? You know what I mean? Is that something that he didn't go to school for whatever you went to school? I didn't go to school for what you went to school for. We might say, why should I have to pay your student loans? That's not my responsibility. I didn't get that education.
Right.
But now that's something that it's no longer it's a we situation. So figuring out how to pay your bills as a team, as a couple, is super important. The next one is how to be a sounding board, but not a sponge.
I'm gonna scratch my head.
It sounds crazy. It sounds ridiculous, but it is super important.
Very.
I'll tell you a short story. I'm very loyal and very for whoever it is that I'm for. So I myself have been struggling with this immensely, learning how to listen and not absorb whatever toxicity my spouse, my partner is sharing with me, because I tend to, if you plan to get back with that person or talk to that person again or stay friends with that person, don't tell me about it, because I will remind you about the bad things that they did to you. And you might not want to hear that. Sometimes when we confide in our spouse, you might, as a woman, you might come home and you just want to share with your spouse what your day was like. You don't need him to lecture you or whatever. You might just need him to listen. You don't need him to tell you the other person was right. You don't need logic. Sometimes we just need you to shut up and listen.
Like what I'm doing right now.
But a lot of times being analytical people, being smart people, you know, we might hear and we feel the need to voice our opinions, to give credence to whatever our thoughts are, to share. Yeah, so that's something that's major, and we think it's very important. We'll be talking about all of these in separate videos. They all have their own videos, but these are very important.
Be sure to tune in. We ain't reached the end yet, but it's very important, so be sure to tune in, guys.
Yeah. The next one is how to comfort through loss.
This is very deep, emotional.
Very deep. It's an emotional thing.
Spiritual thing too.
Not a lot of us understand because we're young too. You might not have experienced any major losses. So you don't know how to deal with the feelings that the other person might be feeling, how to, you know, reach them at their point of need, whether it be death of a loved one, whether it be the loss of a job or a business venture, whatever it is. Everything might require a different kind of comfort, a different kind of understanding, you know, and we might not know how to do that, and getting some advice on how to deal with those things is super important.
A simple one would be just being strong for that person. But the thing is, only you would know to what length you need to be strong for that person, and what to say at that time. Only you would know, because that's your spouse. That's the one you're connected to spiritually and emotionally, you know?
Yeah. And the final, but the biggest one, especially for women, is how to move on from anger without an apology.
Guys, I am not acting emotional, okay?
It's super important to learn how to move on without an apology. Being a woman, we're always right. They know it, you know. But
yes, baby. Yes, dear.
He knows it. But a lot of times we don't know how to get over whatever it is we're feeling, whatever we're upset about, whatever we're angry about, without that I'm sorry or I was wrong. And learning how to move out, because sometimes they feel like they're right, and we need to learn how to move forward and move on and continue to work towards our goals and whatever shared dreams we have, even if that person does not apologize. Sometimes an apology ain't gonna come, and because they can apologize but they don't mean it, what's the point of that? You know what I mean? If you know that, if you feel like you're right and they feel like they're right, just move on.
Too strong people.
But that's not all it is. Like, there's a whole method of how to do that and how to get over that, and we're going to get more into details on that. We're going to go into depth. We're going to address each and every one of these points. We're going to address the formulas for communication, the financial literacy part. That's going to cover, we're going to have a tax time video, because a lot of people that are getting married don't understand how to file taxes as a couple. But all of this is going to come in another video, and we're going to expand on that, and we're going to share our thoughts. We're not professionals, disclaimer. We're not therapists. We're just a young Black couple trying to help other young couples. Yeah.
And helping others, you don't have to be Black.
Yeah.
You could be whatever. You know, we still love you guys, of course. Okay.
We just want to share how to have a healthier relationship. Everything might not work the way we say it's going to work, but it's better to have something to work towards than to have nothing.
Nothing at all. Yeah, a plan. And especially personally for me, I love the communication is great and all, but I love the financial aspect of it, because we need I mean, this may sound with not a biased gender one. This
sexist?
Yeah, this may sound sexist, but as men, we need to to me, I think men should also focus on having that foundation for your family. You know, thinking about the future. All right, I'm gonna stop now. I'm gonna stop.
You were getting ready to preach. Yeah, but it's all true, and we're gonna show you. We're still trying to implement some of it. We're not experts. We're still trying to wrap it up into our life. So, yeah, and trying to put these things into practice. We've learned about it through the years that we've been together. We've learned how to implement some of these things, and we're going to show you how to do it. We're going to talk to you about how to do it. If you have questions on how to do it, send us an email at mitchell.london2018@gmail.com, or Facebook message us at Culturally Gifted, or send us a DM on Instagram at Culturally Gifted as well. Follow all of our socials, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching our video. Our masks are still not dry completely.
Guys, guys, like, really, please take your time to reach out to us. If you have a question, please, this is the time to. We want to get involved as much as we can with you guys, so please just reach out to us any way you can. Any questions? Of course, we're going to be anonymous, okay? Please, guys.
All right.
We love you guys. Thanks for all your likes so far. All those that watched our videos, thank you. We hope you liked it. We hope you had some laughter as well, which is key. All right. Peace, guys.
We love you.